Hi, welcome to the show. Today we're going to do an Explosion Box mini album, and we're going to do it Patty style. Easy peasy 1, 2, 3 by just using a regular box that you can get like at the dollar store. You know, these are like little gift boxes, so you can see mine was red. And this one actually came from Big Lots, and it was $2. This measures, let me see, it's about 4 inches high by about 4 inches, little over 4 inches wide. I didn't hear about that, Sue, about close to my heart. Okay, so what I've done is I've painted up my box because obviously red is not the way I'm going today. And I've already pre-done my lid because I wasn't sure if my handle, my little knob, is going to work. And this is the knob I'm going to use. It is a frosted glass rose. And you can get these at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures on Artfire. And my friend Doreen, who runs that store, she's the owner, is here today. And she can pop her link up if she'd like. Okay. And Doreen has, here's my big announcement, guys. Doreen has gladly said that she would sponsor my shows to do for giveaways and stuff. So you guys are going to get some pretty nice stuff because she's the one that has all the vintage laces and the lace appliques and all that stuff, the wedding dress appliques. So you guys are going to get some treats. So the giveaway for tonight, I have this cute little, and this will all be wrapped up and packaged up really pretty. So I have some pretty flowery pink ribbon. There's a chipboard frame, a big bird, another one, and a butterfly. And you're going to get 2 pieces of lace. Okay, and you are going to get a little paper sampler from the paper that I'm going to use tonight. And this paper is from DCWV, and it's called the Primrose. And I'll just quickly flip through these papers. Just so you can see them. So it's really pretty writing on that one. There's a really pretty butterfly on this one. And some of these are glittered. Thank you. Okay, and also with these papers came several sheets of like tags that you can cut out. So you're going to get this one. This one. Whoops, let me get a little closer. That one's a little small. This one is a library pocket, and it has like really pretty flowers at the top, or a library tag. And then this round one. And you can cut them out closer. I just didn't do that. So this will be our giveaway for tonight. And at the end of the show, I will draw a name. So I will, stop every once in a while and write your names down and put them in my little treasure chest so I can draw a name at the end of the show. Yes, Doreen is sending me a kit too, so I'm also going to get from Doreen some stuff to work with too, because you know how I love my laces and stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I've already painted my box, I need to cut these sides away so the box will open all the way up. And unfortunately, I went to go look for my husband's utility knife, and he's not home, because it would be easier, but I'm just going to do it with scissors. Just very carefully go down. And I know you can see what I'm doing. I'm just cutting, whoops, cutting away. Yeah, all the papers that are in the giveaway are 6x6, and you can use them to make your own box. So there's one side. I just gotta find, you kind of have to find where the it's seamed together to do this. And this, oh, there it is. Okay. And you just kind of have to get your scissors. I know you probably can't see exactly what I'm doing, but you're just going to snip your box open. So there, I have one side, and we'll clean up the edges and everything. So we have to do this so all sides open like this. And then we can start decorating it. Any size box will do as long as it is square and it has a lid. And you're just going to have to adjust your measurements for the paper and the little, and you'll see we'll be making 2 flip albums and then a fold-out mat. 2 of those. That'll go in here. Okay. So this is how you want your box to be. You want it to open up just like that. And I'm just going to get the loosies off of here. And where is my file? Oh, there it is. Okay. And I'm just going to file the edges just to clean them up just a bit, because they're kind of... And some of my red will show through, and I'll touch it up later, because some of it will be covered by paper. So... So we're just going to, like I said, just kind of file all your edges really good. Clean them up nice. Okay. So I am just going to use, my adhesives for the night is Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive and Mod Podge. Oh, thank you, Doreen. Yes, I try to think outside the box a lot. Dare to be different. So I pre-cut my papers to fit inside here. And the way you're going to do this is, before you cut the box open, lay your box down and then trace around it, and then it obviously is going to be bigger than what you want, so then you're just going to trim it down to fit. And once you have one piece trimmed down to where you want it, then you kind of have a template that you can use on your paper on the back of it, like, let me grab a sheet of my paper. So here's one of the sheets out of the paper. All I did was set this down and just kind of trace around it and then cut it out. And that's what I did for all the sides and the bottom. So I'm just going to lay my paper out now to see how I want this to look. And I have different papers on different sides. This one doesn't want to lay down for me, but that's okay. And I know I have one more. Or I thought I had one more. I may have to cut a piece. That's going in the middle. I don't know what happened to it. That's weird. I know I cut 4 of them. See what happens when I prep. I think I'm all prepped. So I think I'm going to use this one. So I'm just going to take one of these and I can show you what I do. I just line it up with the edge. And then I'll take my pencil. I'm just getting it lined up. I'm not a big measurer. I just kind of eyeball. And paper cutter. Yeah. Instant gratification. You don't have to sit there and try to make the sides for your explosion box. And I'm just cutting. So there's that. This back over here. I don't need that piece. Okay. So I'm just going to glue these down. And then once I get them glued down, then I'm going to touch up where you can see some of the red. Well, let's start with this one. I think I'm going to use the quick dry adhesive. Just use a different glue tonight. I always use Mod Podge. And get that glued in here. Like that. And we'll do the middle one. I'm going to move these 2 off to the side. These explosion box mini albums are awesome for to put your kids' pictures in, like their school pictures, family trips, you know, special occasions. They make great gifts. Too. Okay, I'll glue down the other side. I'm going to get these all glued down really quick here. There's many uses for these little explosion boxes. And you don't even have to put a mini album in it. I actually gave one to one of my friends years ago, where what I did was actually turn it into, these were all photo mats, and she could add photos, and I just decorated the outside of the box really pretty. Yeah, I painted the inside of the box too. Oh, is she? Oh, okay. And these are super fast to make too. That's what I like about it. Okay, one more piece to go on the inside. And then we can flip it over and put the papers on the outside. So we'll get all our papers glued down first. And then we'll start building our little albums. So now I'm just going to flip my box over, and I don't know where I put that now. Darn it. Where did I put my papers? Oh, here they are. Okay. So I chose, this is some really pretty paper. Here, this is a better image. Oh, hi, Christine. Oh, is he going to be okay? Oh, good. So, I may have to trim these down a bit, I see. I'm just going to... You know what, before I do that, I think, oh yeah, we want them, if you have any wording or a set pattern that goes a certain direction, you're going to, because this is the outside of the box, you're going to want them facing down towards the bottom of the box, so you can, so when you fold up the box, they will be in the right direction. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. And I got the, like I said, you're just going to lay your box down and trace out the size you need. And I'm just going to move this. This paper is going to have to be trimmed down a bit, so I'm just kind of sliding it over to one side. So I only have to trim one side. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Christine. I'm doing this part, you know, getting these papers down really super fast, because you guys should know this is the simple part. Oh. I gotta make sure I glue these down right. That. Giving a nice little press. You know what? My glue needs to be poked. It's barely coming out. There we go. Oh my goodness, now I got way too much coming out. Should have left it the way it was. You can't win. Yep, instant gratification, guys. Super, super easy, simple. Get a box, cut it open, and put your papers on. That's where we're at so far. Okay, so you can see I have to trim off. So I'm just going to trim this down. Don't worry about getting like it too close, because you can take a file and sand it closer. We have a cold snap today. It's only about 68 or 69, I think it got up to. But next week, or the rest of the week, we're getting up into the 80s. So I'd be dying. This piece needs a little glue over here. Okay. So I'm just moving it around and trimming. It's always best to have a little extra paper hangover when you're doing projects like this than it is to have too little, because then you've got to worry about trying to cover it up. Okay, one more I gotta trim down. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take, I got glue all over me now. I'm just going to take my file and file the edges. And you don't need to go buy those fancy files at the craft store. Go to the dollar store and get one of these nail files. My glue bottle over. And if you can't tell, I'm doing a shabby chic style tonight. Yes, Explosion Box. The paper is the Primrose by DCWV. It's beautiful paper. I'll be giving some away with some little extra goodies at the end of the show here. And I'm just going to brush this right into my lap. Isn't that lovely? And those of you who missed my announcement, I don't know how many people came in after, but Doreen, who is My Bedazzled Treasures on here, owns Ooh La La Vintage Treasures, the store on Artfire that I get my laces and vintage goodies from. She has said yes to sponsoring my Ustream show so we can have some really awesome giveaways. Isn't that awesome, you guys? Okay, so I have all my pages sanded, and I'm just going to take a little bit of vintage photo distress ink and just kind of go around and give it a little bit of a little touch to it here along the edges. And then on the inside, you can see where the box was originally red. So I need to kind of take some blue paint in there, and I am using the Apple Barrel acrylic craft paint, and this is China Blue. And I'm going to get my little itty bitty brush here. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, you guys have to go check out Doreen's store. She's got these lace goodie bags where you can get a whole bunch of laces for $4.99. Doreen, how many yards was that for the laces? I got a little bit on the paper, but that's okay because it kind of gives it that kind of vintage shabby chic look, and I'm just kind of smearing it around on the paper. Oops, got a little paint there. Just touching the edge up here. I got some paint. Nope. If you are a guest, you will not be in the drawing for the prize. And I will, while I'm waiting for this, after I get this all painted, I will write your name down, the new people that have come in. So you are entered in the drawing. Or giveaway, I should say. I'm doing it this way because there's such a lag with Ustream that we can't do the number thing. It's just too crazy. and it's kind of not fair. Because some people, the chat is lagged too. Yep, this started out as a square box. Just one that you can pick up at the dollar store. You can get them anywhere where they have like gift packaging. Even Walmart has them, I believe. Just a little decorative box. This one happened to be a Christmas one. It had red on it. Don't worry about getting paint on the paper because it gives it a nice shabby chic look to it. And I didn't do this edge, so I just need to get this edge right here. Okay, so I'm going to set this side and just kind of let that dry for a few minutes before we fuss with it anymore. Okay, and we are going to, well, right now I'm going to write the names down that have come in here. Did Christine leave, guys? Did I miss it? Oh, no, you're here. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anybody? Okay, no. Alright, so we just had 2 more names to add to my little treasure box for the giveaway. Okay. Folding it up and throwing it in my little box there. Okay. So let me cap my paint before we have an accident. And I'm going to move on, while we're still waiting for this paint to dry, I'm going to move on to the lid here. The lid, I've already put the paper on because I wasn't sure if the knob was going to work. And this is the knob I'm using. It is actually frosted glass. It's really heavy. You can get these at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures on Artfire. And it matches this paper so perfectly. So I had to poke a hole, and all I did was to start the hole, I used my awl here. And this is a close to my heart one, and Jerry Ann, who is Dave's Army on here, she is a close to my heart consultant. I've had this for years, and it works great. I just started the hole with this and kind of poked it through and wiggled it around, and then I moved up to my paintbrush and I just kept wiggling it and wiggling it and wiggling it till the hole was big enough. And if you use this one, this knob has threads on it here, so you want this hole to be slightly smaller than the knob. You want to be able to twist this into there. But before I do that, I'm actually going to add some 3-in-1 adhesive. So I'm sorry, I was trying to get my glue to come down. So I am just going to put some glue, and I'm doing a pretty good amount around the threads of this knob. And like I said, I'm doing a good job of getting this glopped up with glue. Okay? And like I said, I'm using the Beacon 3-in-1. So I got a good amount of glue on here. So now I am actually going to screw it right into this hole. And then once it gets in there, the glue is actually, we're going to set that aside and let that dry for a while. So that's what the top of my box is going to look like with the knob. See? Okay. So I'm just going to set this aside over here. Okay, so now we can move on. Let's set this over. Where am I? I'm running out of room, guys. I'm going to set this aside. And this is going to be one of our little flip mini books, and I pre-made this one because I have another one I have to make. And we're going to attach this in here, and it's just going to flip like this. Okay? And this is just using the papers in the paper collection. So I've started this album, and this album is going to go, these are going to be on opposite sides. So this one's going to be on the back, and this one's going to be on the front. That's why the image is upside down. Because when the box opens up, let me pull this over here so you can see what I'm talking about. So this little mini album is gonna, you know what, I don't want to cover that up. We're gonna do it on this side. So this is gonna be the back of the box. So my image is facing towards me if I was looking at it. Okay, and this is going to go here on this side with the flips at the top again, and it'll flip this way, so all your images need to face towards you. So when you're doing this, just beware if you're using anything with like a pattern, like I have this bird. If I would have done it upside down and it flipped this way, it would have been flipping into the book and your image would be upside down. So you got to make sure that it's this way and your little flip tabs are at the top edge here. If that makes any sense, if anybody has questions, go ahead and ask me, because I can go over it with you again. So to make these little tabs, I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to put this aside. So this is a 1.5 little piece of paper, and I measured it out so it is going to match. I actually have one pre-folded. It's going to match the size of my little album piece. But I'm going to show you all I did. I didn't use any like score board or nothing. All I did was just fold this in half. Just like that. Okay? So I have that folded in half, and I have 2 pieces of the paper, and we're going to stick them on. So remember, our tab is going to go down here for this album, for this side of the album, And you're just going to glue that this first piece right onto the tab here. I'm just lining up, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing. And then just folding it over. Now, you're going to flip it over. You're not going to glue this paper on this side. You're actually going to flip it over. And this piece of paper is going to cover up the other side of this tab. So we're going to glue it onto here. And the measurements for this little flip album is going to depend on the size of your box. You do want to try to make it smaller than the sides of the box itself. Okay. Now I have a little hangover that I'm just going to trim off. And there is my tab, and we're going to trim this down to fit too. But before I do that, I want to ink my edges, and I'm using Vintage Photo. Don't forget to do both sides when you ink your edges. And then to do this edge, I just fold that tab. And I just use regular craft cardstock. You can use any kind of cardstock you like to make the tab. Hit your scrap bin, whatever. And then, you know what? This is a really good project if you want to use up your scrap paper too. So I've already pre-measured and trimmed off on this album, so what I'm going to do to make this a whole heck of a lot easier, I always try to find little shortcuts where I don't have to do a bunch of fussing around. I'm just going to use this to mark where I got to cut on the tab. Okay. And I'm just going to grab my paper cutter. And we're just going to pop these in here, line them up, and cut them down. Well, that I didn't line up too well, now did I? There we go. So I have all my little tabs trimmed down. Let me get my little scraps out of the way here. And let's put a lid on the glue for right now. Okay, so here are both my albums. And that's what they're going to look like. One's going to be this way. And one's going to be this way. Whoops, sorry. just like that. And I am going to glue these tabs together, and then we're going to punch a hole. I'm actually going to glue all of them except for the last one together. Just on this tab. I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay, one more. Okay, so I have all my pages except for the last page glued together, and what I'm going to do is get out, I forgot what this thing's called. Does anybody remember what this thing's called? I just have to find with your ruler, you're going to kind of find like about where you want to put your holes, and I have my machine in my, or that thing in the way, and put a little mark. Okay, perfect. So oh, my big bite, that's what it's called. So I'm just going to line it up. I'm using the smallest what is that? The 1/8 hole punch on here. Okay, let me set that aside for right now. And I have some blue ribbon out. Just gotta find the end here. And I'm just going to feed this through and then figure out, that should be good, how much I need. And when you feed this through, make sure this lays flat in the back. In other words, your ribbon, it doesn't go twisted on you. So you want it to be, this one's a little bit twisted, I just need to correct it. There we go. So just like that, you want it to lie flat. And you're going to just tie a really pretty bow at the top here. Don't make it too big though, because you don't want it to interfere with your Yes, it's a crocodile big bite. You're right. Thank you. Well, that was a wonky bow. Hang on. Sometimes you gotta play with bows. They just don't like to cooperate sometimes when you're making them. What in the world? Now, normally I don't have these kind of problems making bows. It comes very easily to me, but of course, because I have a live show, my ribbon isn't going to cooperate. So, I'm going to tie a knot first. And then I can make my bow. And you just kind of have to fuss with it. Okay, enough fussing. And I'm just going to trim my excess off. Just like that. Make sure I do it evenly. Okay, so there's my little bow. And now we can put this back piece on. And I'm actually going to use the 3-in-1 because I do have fabric in between there. So the 3-in-1 for the last piece. I glue it down. Oh, this paper is gorgeous. I love this paper. I need to go find me I need to go buy Michael's out on this paper, I'm telling you. Okay. So there we have one album, one little flip album put together. Okay, and we're just going to glue this right in here, and you're just going to glue on your tab here. Don't glue the back down because you want to be able to flip your album open and flip that last page because you can still use this spot as a photo mat too. So I want this to hold really well. I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1. I'm just putting glue on my tab. And I'm lining it up to the edge. Make sure it's centered. And give it a good press. So this, when this closes, this will be inside just like that. Okay. I see I just need some glue in here for some reason. I must have skipped glue right there. There we go. Okay. I think I should have used some stronger glue for the paper on the inside, but that's okay. I'm fixing it right now. You can always fix it with 3-in-1. Okay, so we got one album in. Now we got to put the other album in, and then we're going to do the flip out photo mats on these two sides. So let me move this out of my way again, and we'll go through the steps again. You're going to take the back page, set it aside. You're going to glue all the rest of your pages together. How many pages? I had one extra page, you guys, so I had to remove a page because I want it to be even. Okay, so I have the 3 pages glued together, and then this is going to be my back page. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab my ruler. And kind of eyeball it. Whoops, knocking glue over. Let's see. Oops. Like that. And we're going to make this one just a little bit closer together because I think that's what my bow tying problem was. And getting out the big crocodile and lining up my first hole. Just like that. So I'm done with that. I'm putting that away. And I don't know if this will be enough. Let's try this piece out. Make sure that your ribbon lays flat in the back. See, it's a little twisted. We don't want twisted. Oh, I actually think we might have enough. That I can tie a bow. Does anybody have any questions? For some reason my fingers cannot grab that. I think it's because I got glue and all kinds of goodness all over my fingers. So we're just going to play with this bow here. And it doesn't like me. Alright, we'll have to tie a knot first. Once we have the knot, we can find out which way this is going to lay. Okay, this will work. And tie the bow. Alright, and I'm just going to trim off the excess here. There we go. And then we're going to glue the last piece on here. And we're going to bring our little box back over. And I'm going to glue this right in this flap here. And I'm going to turn it around because to do this, you want to kind of right below the edge up here. That's where you kind of want to glue your tabs. You don't want to be right on that edge. Just kind of right below it. So you see just the tip of that edge. Okay. Make sure I got it straight and whoops. And even. And I'm just going to press it down there for a minute. Okay. So, there are our two sides. And they will be our two mini albums. Okay, so let's do, I actually made one ahead of time, and I'm going to show you what we're going to make, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm doing anyway. So I made this accordion folded, two-sided little photo mat, and these are going to go, this is going to go on this side, and then I have another one for the other side that we have to make yet. Okay? So it's going to look like that. And I have my little papers here. Okay, and all I did was measure this out a little bit smaller, so I have a little bit of gap on each side than the box. Okay, and to get these measurements where we're going to fold it so it'll fit in here, you are going to figure out the width of your side and then subtract it by like 1/4 of an inch. Okay? And that's where we're going to fold it. And I'm actually going to score this. So let me move this aside so you can see me make one of these photo mats. So I do have my markings on here. There's two little pencil marks of where I'm going to score. Moving my cutting blade so I don't get confused and end up cutting instead of scoring. Okay, so I'm just scoring on the marks that I made. And then up here is our little glue tab. Okay. So we're going to accordion fold our mat. So your first one's going to go down, and the second one's going to go up. Just like that. And then your little glue tab goes down. So it'll look like this. Okay. Let me move my little ribbon strands out of the way here. And let's see. Get my ruler out of the way. So I've pre-measured to leave a border, and you want to figure out that this one's going on this side, and then we'll put this one on this side. Okay, so you want to figure out what's going to be your front, and I think I'm going to make this one maybe my front. Just looking to see what all I have here. Actually, you know what? I kind of like this one in the middle, and we'll put maybe this one down here, so that one will be our front, and then I can put a cute little, I can decorate the front up a little bit more. Oh my goodness, I'm missing another piece of paper. How did I do that again? Oh, I think that's it. No, it was brown. That's weird. Okay, so then I have 3 for the back, and I'm just going to do them this way. So let me move this out of my way for a second. So we can glue these down. So this is my first one, and this will be the front of my album. I gotta poke my glue. I love that. I love my cutter from Recollections. I love it because it has the score blade. It's awesome. Oh! Let's not glue it to the surface. So I'm just going to kind of line it up. Make sure my border is on there so the cardstock creates a little border. And my next one is this one. Then we have to decorate this box, you guys. Doesn't that sound exciting? The only thing about using quick dry glue is, boy, you don't have a lot of time to play to get these in position. You better get it right the first time. And put this one up here. Okay, then we gotta flip it over and put our other 3 on here. So I think I'm gonna put this one on top. And this one's going to go in the middle. What's nice about these papers is they're just so pretty that you don't even have to put a lot of embellishments on these. I love it. Okay, so just kind of eyeball it, set it in there. Last piece. I almost got this, guys. Just like that. So there is our other photo mat, and before I glue that in there, I'm actually going to put, this paper comes with these awesome little die cuts that you can cut out, so I'm just going to look for something cute to put on the front of that. I don't like that. Let's see what I have that is going to fit. That's kind of pretty, but I think it might be, oh no, I think I might be able to get away with it. I think it goes that way. Yeah, let's do this one. So I'm going to cut this one out. And I'm just going to take my file. Anytime you cut something out by hand like this, and you know you're never perfect, no big deal. Take a file, go around the edge, and it kind of straightens your lines out for you. Especially if you wavered in spots. Okay, and I'm going to take just a little bit of my vintage photo and go around the edge. Just like that. And I'm actually going to go around the photo mat just a wee bit. And I just have the other side to do. Almost done. Okay. Alright, so I have it all inked up. I'm going to glue this down, but before I do that, I think I want to put like a little piece of lace or something behind it. So I found this cute, let me move all this because this is like causing a distraction. So I thought it would be cute to put, maybe a wider piece would be better. Let's see. Let me see what a wider piece will look like. So this is where I get fussy, you guys. Yes, you are, Stephanie. You are in the drawing. If anybody came in, I will stop here in a minute and add you if you have not already been added. Yeah, I like the wider. Okay, so we're going to go with the wider lace. And I am actually going to use my beacon, 3-in-1. And I just kind of want to have a straight line to start with here. There we go. And I'm not going to the edge of the photo mat, or to the cardstock. I'm actually going to the edge of the pattern paper. As soon as I get my glue down to where it's supposed to be. And I'm just going to put a small bead of glue. You don't want a real thick bead because you really don't need it. This glue holds amazingly. So then I'm going to figure out where I need to cut. And I'm just going to cut the lace. And we're going to glue the other side down. Like that. And then I'm going to glue my piece down. I can see you, Diamond. Stephanie, Diamond Zone. I just want to make sure I have the writing in the right direction here. And I'm just going to kind of press that down. Okay, so that is now the front of the other fold out photo mat, which we're actually going to be doing them this way because you want it to fold outwards. Did you guys hear me? We're folding outwards. Okay? So we got to glue this down. And I'm just putting glue on the back of this tab here. And I'm just going to line it up. And glue it down. And I'm going to do that to this side too. Okay. And I'm just going to line it up. I kind of try to center it on the so there we have it. Yep, I'm folding them outward. And then you can also have it go this way and that way. But for all intents purposes, you want them to fold outwards. And then you can just do this. Okay? So then, when we close up our box, so let me get my box. Whoop. Okay, let's get the mini albums up first. That works better. So that's what it's going to look like so far on the inside, so people aren't even going to suspect that there's anything popping out or doing anything, right? We still have to decorate the bottom, though. Let me grab my lid. We may have to file some of this paper so my lid will go on. Oops. Yeah, I think I may have to do a little bit of filing. No, I just had to play with it. So that's what the outside of the box is going to look like when you have it all closed up. Okay? But we need something around my little rose handle here, and he's pretty well glued down. He's not going anywhere. So, let's see. Let's add... I think we need a little bit of tulle up there. So I have these, you can find these in the wedding section at like Michael's and stuff. They're just tulle circles. And what they're for is for the brides. You know, you can put the little candies, the little mints inside and tie a pretty little bow around them. That's what they use them for. But that's not what I use them for. So I'm just going to cut this, kind of try to find the center, just like that, and we're going to scrunch it all up. And yes, we're going to have to do some scrunchies and trimmies on here probably, but we're going to glue all this kind of down. And we're going to decorate the outside of our box. But we'll get to that because I need to put a pretty little trim along here. So I was thinking this little lace that I have. Let me see if I can show you guys without it. So here's the little lace that I have. I thought that would be pretty around the edge. And I also have, and let me see if I can find it, to go over top of that, I have this little gimp braid that's going to go over top of that lace a little bit. Or, here's my other option. I have that pink flower ribbon. And I could glue that down. And that would look like this. Whoops, I moved it. Sorry. So which one do you like, the lace around the edge or the pink ribbon around the edge? While I'm waiting, both. Okay, I can only put one. We need to vote. Lace or ribbon? Okay, I got one lace. Is that it? Sue's going to be the only one calling the shots tonight, guys? We got two lace. Two lace? Okay. If nobody's going to call it, put up an, oh, we got three lace. Okay, we got four lace. Okay, lace it is, you guys. Lace, lace, lace. Okay. So I'm going to move all this other lace out of the way. And I will put some lace down. Oh, come on. I love this glue to death, but yes, and don't forget, you guys, lace goodie bags over at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. They're $4.99, and you get quite a bit of yardage of lace for that price. And they're vintage laces. Look at Bonnie throwing up them links. She's doing a fab job. Bonnie's quick on the draw tonight. Okay. Okay, one more side. And I need to cut my lace. Okay. Just getting that edge wrapped up here. And there we go. I got the lace all the way around. Who's showing off? Bonnie's showing off with her throwing up the links, huh? Okay, so then I pre-cut out, it says a moment captured. This is one of the die cuts that came with the paper. So I thought it would be pretty to put that right on the front of my box here. But before we do that, of course, I have to ink it up. And then we'll play with the tool. And we're going to add some want to scrap bling on here. Alright. Get this glued down. Like I said, I don't really want to cover up a lot of this paper because I love this paper. So I have that. Capture the moment. It says a moment captured. Oh yeah, that'd be, Bonnie, this would be awesome. You could put the fairy right in the middle. Never thought of that. I should have done something really cool like that. But I guess I wasn't thinking tonight. So let me find where I know I set them here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, and I have these cool lace frames that I got. I gotta find the other one. Aren't these cool? They are the Recollections from Michaels. They were on sale for $1.99. They're in clearance. So if you like these lace frames, I suggest you run and go see if they still have them. I had to fight a woman for them. I was looking for my... I set it over here. Oh, what did I do? Oh, dude, sitting right in front of me. And I think I need a butterfly. And I have this butterfly that I've pre-sparkled and cut out, and I do this a lot. Like, I have this paper that all I do is cut the butterflies out of and just use it. And it's really, I know you can't really see it too well, but that is going to go right on the front of this box by this A Moment Captured. Because you know me and my butterflies, gotta have the butterflies, right? So I'm just going to stick him right there. And we're just going to kind of tilt him just a wee bit. And he needs just a little tail. So these are, I want to scrap the pearl swirly bling. I forgot what they're called. Finesse swirls, I think is what they're called. And I'm using this in the white. And I just cut a little piece of it, and I'm just going to tuck it in. Well, you can't really see that, so hang on. I gotta readjust here. It doesn't help that I have glue all over my fingers, I'll tell you that much. I don't like that either. Okay, this piece is not long enough. Hang on. We're gonna find a bigger, better piece to use. Yes, Shredder speaks. Shredder scared the daylights out of my son today. And I know you guys are probably going, what in the world is she talking about? I'm trying not to cover up the words too much, but it does need some pearls on here. Sorry. And we're just going to add a few going across here, just like that. So it's going to kind of look like the butterfly has been fluttering around the box. I don't know why I called the box he. Oh, I did tear my little paper up here in the corner. Don't worry, we can fix it. No problemo. I got everything under control. We may have to sandpaper down at the top, but that's okay. So, we need to, let me move my lid here for a second. While I'm doing the little bit of embellishing, I need to put something here, and I thought I would use I got these stickers for my daughter. I think it was for my birthday last year. But we got to make sure the box is facing the right direction now, don't we? Alright. So, I thought we would put this in there. Let me turn it around so you guys can see. But we kind of need to dress it up a bit. So, let's see what I have here. Let's go with, I don't know where I just put that. And then we'll get back to the lid and put the tool on. I'm trying to pull some colors around, so I think I'm going to use this blue lace again. And this can stick down like this. And I actually have another piece we can use that's kind of cute. I think I might cut that flower off though. Stick that, yeah. I'm going to cut this flower off, you guys. I never use anything the way it's intended to be used. Yeah, it is really cute. And like I said, they're super simple to make, especially if you buy the box and just cut the box open. They are super, super simple to make, and they make awesome gifts. I just think anybody would be excited to get a very unique present like this. I know I would be like ecstatic. My scissors have glue, so we're not... Okay. So I'm just going to add... I don't trust these pop-dot things on the back of this. So I'm adding glue. And I'm going to stick that down just like that. And then... we are just going to tuck this in to that corner here. Just like that. So that's what the bottom of my box is going to look like. The inside, I should say. Yeah, this would be beautiful as a wedding gift. Just get some really pretty wedding paper. Oh my gosh. This would be awesome as a wedding gift. Okay. I'm going to show you, now if you run into a problem where the box is too tight. Where's my sander? I'm not going to hurt anything. I'm going to flip this over. What you want to do is to a couple of the sides, sand down the paper just a little bit so the lid can go on. And don't worry about it'll, you know, it kind of fits in this whole shabby chic thing, so. And I just have a little bit of red showing, and I'll just touch it up with some blue paint. And I'm just going to go around all four sides, and then we'll hit it with the Distress ink and I need to touch up some paint, we'll do that too. So I'm just going to go around with my Distress ink now and just kind of touch that where I just sanded. It'll just give it a little more of a distressed look to it. And you can put a piece of paper on the bottom if you like. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking to put a piece of paper on the bottom, but I didn't cut one out. But it's no big deal. I can always add one. Okay. So now I'm going to flip this up, and we're going to test out that lid again. Oh. I'm doing the mini albums first. And then we got to grab the lid here. And see if we can make this fit better. It should. You kind of have to put your lid on evenly. Like if you get one side down before the other side, it's kind of difficult to get these lined up. But we will get it. There we go. Yep, that was much better. Okay, let's put some tulle on that top. Where did I put that piece? There we go. I kind of cut it down a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little of this glue in random places because I'm going to kind of scrunch it up. Okay. And we're just gonna smush it on here. Yep. And we just kind of want to fluff it up. Of course, you probably want to wait for it to dry because obviously it's going to take a few minutes. And then I'm just going to wrap a piece of lace, and let me see what I have here. I don't think, maybe we'll try this blue one. I'm just going to, I think a gathered one would be better, yes. Let me see if I can find a ruffled lace here we can use. That would be pretty. Oh, this would be pretty. And it's kind of a cream colored. And see if I can get this to wrap around here right and lay down right. And this is going to work. So we will just adding some glue to the edge of this ruffly lace. And we're just gonna kind of squeeze it on in there and try not to get glue everywhere. Okay. I gotta put some more glue on. Hang on. I'm kind of pinching and gathering it underneath. And I'm just going to trim off the excess that I don't need, and then I'll finish gluing this down. And then we're going to just have to glue these little two ends together, and we're going to tack our lace down in spots. Because you can see it'll just kind of make a cone around the perimeter here of that rose, and I do want my pretty knot to stick out. Okay. So there we have a little bit of tulle and a little bit of lace. And that's the top of my box. I know you probably can't see the tulle. So there's our little box. You can continue decorating the sides. I don't really want to do that because I really love this paper and I kind of want it exposed. But I am going to put some pearls, I think, around the side here. So let me see what I have. Whoops, wrong box. I gotta get out my bling box and see if I have any, what pink pearls I have. I had a whole bunch of them sitting out here and I don't know what happened to them. I had the, oh, those two pinks don't match. Darn it, I wish I could find my pink pearls. I wanted to add a little pink. I use them. Let's see. Oh, I found them. They're real pale, pale pink color. So I think we're going to add, let's see. This lace is perfect because it has these little flower, it looks like a little flower. And I'm just going to add these. Just kind of every other one, I'm going to add one. Just like that. And let me do this side. And then I'll swing it around so you guys can see this. Can you see that side? I just kind of have them every other one. Not too much. Uh-oh, I might have to find some more. I know I have another sheet of these. I just gotta find them because I only have 2 on here. Let me see if I can find one more. Oh, secret? What's a secret? Nope, that don't match. Oops. Oh my gosh. Nope, that's not one. Purple. Oh, I think I found them. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, those are darker. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they are darker. I know I have some more of those. I hate when I know I have something and then you can't find it. It's always my favorite thing in the world. I think I might have some over here. Oh, these are peach too. Oh, darn it. I can't find them right now. So what I'm going to do is move this one. Let's see. Be right here. And I'm going to put a big one there for now. That way it doesn't look too odd. There. That actually kind of looks better. I might do that to all of them. I'm going to pull this one off. See what I started? Does anybody have any questions? While I'm just kind of fussing. Okay, I need to write down a few names I see, so you guys all saw this. I have my pearls on now. Okay, I have to finish taking off the smaller ones on the other side. Alright, so I'm going to write some names down. Let's see, who do we have? Oh, I can't spell. Let's put this aside. Just give me a couple of seconds here. I'm just making sure I got everybody's name down. Let me double click on this, because I know we got a few more. Okay, this is for the giveaway that I have, so if you're wondering why I am writing your name down, because I'm going to draw names here in just a second. Oops, names. I think that's it. Alright, I think that's it. And I'm going to trim this one. Alright, folding them up, putting them in the little treasure box. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you. Alright. So, I have all the names that are viewers in my little treasure box. I'm going to give it a little shaky shaky. Okay? I'm going to turn it around. And I'm not looking at the camera. I'm not looking at the chat. And I'm going to dig around and dig around, and I'm going to grab a name. And our winner is DDS Doubles. That would be Miss Dee Dee, who won So Miss Dee Dee, I believe we are friends on Facebook. You need to send me your address so I can mail out your little gifty here. So we have... No, it did not say Christine. You guys saw me pull this out. It says DDS Doubles. And that is Dee Dee. So Dee Dee won some of this pink trim that I was going to use tonight. And you guys said no. Some of the blue lace that I used. I have a small piece of a taupe. She won some chipboard pieces, the frame. She got 2 birds and a butterfly. She got a whole bunch of paper from the paper collection that I used tonight. Some really pretty papers. And some of the die cuts that came with the paper. So that is what Dee Dee won. And of course it will be packaged up all pretty with lots of lace and loveliness. So I am going to stop recording, and thank you everybody for coming to my show.